Hey guys, how are ya? How are ya? How's it going? It is week number 6. Crazy, man. I can't believe we have made it this far. It's unbelievable to see your progress and to see some of the comments. I'm super psyched up for you guys in regards to finishing the semester. Technically speaking, let's talk about what we're looking at, what we've done, and where we're headed. So, of course, this is week number 6. Week number 7 is your last week of actual assignment work. What that means is week number 7 will look exactly like your other weeks, but week number 8, all you will have to do is your final. Now, I will put up a discussion. You will not be graded for it, but that's going to be my final farewell video. Let you know how to get in contact with me, give you some updates on if you wanted to connect with me. Sometimes you guys down the road, you need a reference. You need a professor to write you a letter, or you're applying for a scholarship, or you're going to go to another college. So find a way to connect with me. I'll give you some details about that in that video and just kind of let you know what I'm doing in case you guys have more classes that you want to take with me. But that's coming up in a couple weeks. So next week, week number 7 will be your last week of actual chapter work. And then, of course, this week will be exactly like you've been used to. You knock out 2 chapters, you finish our discussion, make sure you're replying to my video, 2 other classmates, and your video. That's going to be 4 interactions. Now, don't get lazy on me. Don't ease up on me. We're almost done. Almost done. So just give me a good push to the end. Last week was wonderful, guys. We talked about what the difference is between a manager and a leader. 99% of you guys hit it right on the mark. I love that you use your personal life experience to kind of identify the differences that you have worked with and seen. And it gives you an opportunity. I mean, this is principles of management. I know not everyone in this class is going to go into the management world. Of course, I am a management instructor. My whole entire career has been surrounding around managing companies and people. So that I understand not everyone's going to take that pathway. However, you will at some point be leading a team or leading a group or in charge of a shift. So these principles come into play. And for most of you who are already in the workforce, I hope that you've been identifying different things. Now, I had one of your classmates mention that they own a business and they were using the SWOT analysis during one of their, meetings. That's exactly what this is about, guys. It's to increase your understanding of how management works in a company, in a business, in a setting, team mindsets, understanding how a team works, the whole concept of storming and norming and performing. Like, those are key elements in becoming a productive person in the workforce. So I'm excited, as you can tell, to continue to read some of your posts. I appreciate the effort. I really do. Thank you for interacting with me. I get to hear a point of your life. A lot of you guys shared with me what you did during the spring break. I enjoy that because I don't get to see you or meet you or interact with you because we're not in the classroom. And this is the closest I can get to understanding your world and how I can be a better instructor for you. I appreciate all the comments about you appreciating the videos. I think it's an important part to connect with you, give you understanding of who I am. I'm not a robot in the other end of this course and just throwing information at you. I try to explain some of the key points and give you a sort of sense of connection with the other classmates and myself. So I hope that this has helped. If it has, and you think that this was a pretty good class, and I hope it was, do me a favor. I ask this every semester, but do me a favor. Go to your email and find the survey for this class that has been sent out and reply to it. I think it's important for not only I to see what I need to change, but everyone else that's involved in this process to see what works in an online class, what doesn't work. So please do me that favor and go online and reply to that, or not reply, fill out that survey. It does make a difference. It does look good to know what's happening in the classes. As I've mentioned, I'm the program director, so I use some of these techniques to try to share with other instructors to improve our program. So your feedback to me is extremely important. So please do that for me. Go online, look for that survey. All right, so back to our class. We are in week number 6. We're tackling a few cool stuff today. We're talking about how to motivate employees. And if you go back in regards to some of the key topics we talked about in the beginning, like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you're going to see all these different strategies and perspectives of how to motivate an employee. Some people use this very well. They know what to do to get people excited about something. They know how to get involved with people. There's so many different strategies, rewards, all these different concepts. I think that it would be useful for you to kind of dig in if you're going to be in management and figure out what you can take out of this to be able to use it for your own experiences. But then we're also going to be talking about teams and the traditional work team, the different autonomous teams, but also that concept of team function. So in a team, and it doesn't matter what team you're in, a team at work, church team, any team, soccer team, football team, baseball team, every team goes through this scenario. All right, then there's these different stages that every team participates in. And in the beginning of a team, when you form it, so it's called forming, everyone kind of gets in a team, and go back to like your elementary school years or your middle school, high school, whatever it was, and you played in a team and they picked everybody, so-and-so. I probably was one of the last to get picked, but let's say they picked everybody, and now we formed a team, which is our first stage of team building. And immediately after we form a team, we start kind of figuring out what's our position, what's our role in this team. So we begin to a certain extent storm. Like maybe I felt I was a better pitcher than the other guy and I wanted to be pitching. Well, there's going to be some storming there. There's going to be some jockeying for position. There's going to be some struggles. Every team does this. And maybe your idea gets thrown out if you're in a brainstorming session and someone knocks it down and you kind of get upset and you argue with them a little bit to defend your idea. That's normal and that's good in a team because you want to produce some type of environment to get the best ideas out on the table. But that's called storming. And when we get to that stage, it's a good and important stage of team building, but we shouldn't stay there. So we have to have the understanding that in every team that we do and deal with, we're going to have a difference of opinion, a storming situation. But then eventually we get to a point where we become normalized. We understand our role in the team. Okay, maybe he is a better pitcher and I go to first base because I have a better throwing arm, or I go to third base, or I go outfield, whatever the position is that I'm going to take. Whoever is, sort of jockeying for that position is going to get it. And then I'm going to get the position that I end up with. And then we become a team because now at this point, we become a normal team. We normalize, we norm. And we go, okay, fine. You're the pitcher. I'm whatever role I'm playing, or in a company. Okay, fine. You take the lead. We're going to go with your idea. I'm going to back off of my idea. And that's fine. We all end up doing that. So what ends up happening at that point is we begin then to perform. So you go from developing the team or forming to storming, from storming to norming, and from norming to performing. And that's the key in team building. So we're also going to look at that video in our discussion that I mentioned last week from Dr. Randy Potash. Last lecture, great thing. I know it's a long video, but the point of this is to create your personal statement of purpose. Now, I believe that this class not only gives you theories and concepts of management, but it's a self-exploration. It gives you the ability, gives you the time to self-explore, figure out who you are, what type of person you are, how do you make your decisions, why do you make those decisions, are you a leader, are you a manager? I'm hoping that through this journey you start identifying what's my ethical perspective, how do I do things, because a good manager understands themselves before they go out and do anything else. So in this discussion, what I want from you is to create your own personal mission statement, your own personal purpose. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Now, you're in school for a reason, maybe to improve your financial situation. Maybe it's to get a promotion or help your family. And I want to share with you a little bit of mine. So I put up a bonus video, and this is the speech that I gave after being awarded the Teacher of the Year. And it really sums down. It's only a 3-minute speech. It's not going to be a long speech. It really sums it down. Now, I have another one I could share with you guys if you want, but it's the commencement speech I gave for GNTC a few years ago. And it talks about this purpose that I'm talking to you about, this mission statement, the statement of purpose. So what am I doing here? What am I doing in this world? And as I mentioned before, this was not my pathway. I wasn't supposed to be a teacher. That's not what I did. I was in business. I was a businessman. I worked for corporate America. I ran my own companies. That's what I did. And it came to a point where I had to discover, what is it that I really, really want to do with my life? What makes me happy? And I hope that you start laying that groundwork if you're in this early process. Like, some of you might already be there, and that's awesome. Just share with us how you got there. But some of us are still in that pathway, and I would love for you to take this time to explore. What is it that you want to do in life? What is it that you want to accomplish, and why? So I gave you those 2 videos, Roddy Potish's video last lecture, and then I put up my speech that I gave after the Teacher of the Year award. Kind of gives you an idea of my background, my history, and why I had to reconsider everything that I've done and why I do what I do. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful time. We're back and running. I had a quick trip to Chicago this weekend. I got to see my parents and my family for the first time in over a year since the pandemic. Since I mentioned to you guys, I've been vaccinated, so I'm getting to go out a little more. But it was about a year since I got to see my parents, and finally I got that opportunity. So I enjoyed my time out there. I ate way too much. I need to fast for like a week now. Got on the scale this morning, and it was just sad to see what happened over the weekend, but I had a great time. Got to see my folks, and we're back at it, guys. We're back at home, running at full speed. One more work week, and then final week. Guys, I'm here to help. Make sure you're checking your grades. Make sure you do your survey. I appreciate you. Let me tell you something. You are worth every battle of it, guys. I appreciate you. Have a great, great week. We will talk to you soon.